Hi everyone, I'm just adjusting the camera, bear with me. There we go, that's better. Welcome back. I'll just wait for you guys to catch up, and we're going in for the second half of this. I'll get my video sorted on my computer. Candy's outside, she might call me to go and get her, so I've got to zip off for 2 seconds. It'll be just to open the door. And yeah, so welcome back. We're going to do the last little bit of this. It doesn't take too long, about half an hour I suppose maximum, and knowing me it could be 45 minutes. Hi Suzanne, how you going? Alright, let's just pop that all out of the way. Alright, so I've got those in there like that. So I'm going to start at the bottom. I'm going to start now. It's going to be very hard for you guys to see, ouchies. And I'm going to flatten that down as best as I can. Might even, let's see if I can actually move this camera so you can see a bit better. Hi Maya. Let's see if that's a bit better for you. A little bit better. Maybe, and you might be able to see more that way. So I'm just going to lift that up, going 1/2 inch in from the end and 1/2 inch in off the side. Hi Jenny. And I'm just going to, oops, the day's wrong way, start off there, take that out, cuppa and back, exactly. So a bit wobbly there, but should be right. Up to this one and stop. I'm late. Rolly forgot his water bottle, so the kids had to come back. Oh, bugger. Oh, look, kids are like that. That's what they do. That's why we love them. So I'm just going to take that pin out of there. Now what I'm doing is manipulating the little darling to turn that top fabric to line up. It's going to be hard because it is stiff, so I'm sort of turning, just manipulating, turning. Try and make it flat in there. So you can see that, so just a couple of stitches around, and around a bit more, lift that up, around a bit more, and up. Oh, he always leaves something, does he? Some kids just do, and others are really good at remembering. Everyone's a bit different, aren't they? So just a little bit more. Just manipulate it. And manipulate. Just make sure you're keeping that lining out of the way, and you'll get up to your 1/2 inch mark if you've marked it. If you haven't, it's okay. Good thumb space, finger space, and stop and turn. And push that down now without pinning myself to it, making sure that those little things are out of the way. Easy to turn now. Now remembering I have lost some of my seam there, so I'm making sure I've got that. Is this the same size as the other one? Yeah. Don't do that. Oh, I just did an error on me. Give me a sec. A bit thick for it to go through. Give it a second. It's going through a lot of stuff. wants to do it again. There we go. Just take that. Just take that out for a sec and turn it off again. Sides need to be bigger, don't they? Yeah, so I did it at 8 by 6. Oh, let me just turn that off again. 8 by 6, I'll let it redo its thing. And what you do, or you do it 8 by, well, it's 8 at the top and bottom, 6 by 6 or whatever, and then you cut on the long side. You cut, yeah, there we go. You cut down 1 inch off either side, like a triangle, like an equilateral sort of thing. All right, let's try again. Might just nice and steady. Being so thick, it's got like, you know, very big chunky bits. So I'm just manually doing it. You might have to do this with your standard machine as well. Being so thick with the other stuff. So you can see by just going manually, it's okay. That one's a little bit thick. Give it a bit of a lift up. And come on. Like we're hitting something. Come on. And lift. That's where it got sort of stuck before, so let me move it forward. I might come back the other way. So what I might do is, I might have to run a couple of stitches in there, I'm not too sure, but we'll soon find out. I'll just get up to there. Very, very thick. Worst case scenario is you're going to break a needle. So I'll get in there and have a look at that soon. And just turn that around. Line her up around the corner a bit. I tend to find the second one is a bit easier. The more you do, the easier it is. So a couple at a time. Couple of stitches. I'm just making sure that sort of as much as I can is out of the way, and you go up to that starting point, which is up there. Try not to have a pinch in it if you can. Fingers crossed. That's a bit better. There might be a crease there, but not too bad. So we get back up to that. One more. And yeah, a little bit of a crease there, but I'm not going to stress myself over it. I do want to have a look at this bit here. I'll take those babies out. I did not. No, I did not. Did I stitch that in? No, I just missed it, did I? Might have just. Alright, let me have a look at that. So I've got quite a bit of stitching there, but it seems to have stitched it in. It's just, there's no gap. So I'm looking at it going, it's all good, so it's stitched it in. Seems to be okay. Alrighty. I've got a little bit of a thing here, so I want to try and get them to meet up a little bit more. got it tacked by a pin. I'm just going to go from this side and see if I can get them to meet up a little bit. It's literally one stitch over. All right, let's do the other side. Take that out. Just get it all over. Sorry, I'm trying to keep it out of your way so you can see what I'm doing. All right, now. Has a little thing in it there. It shouldn't be too bad. Stitch over it, easy peasy. I am probably 100% sure there's an easier way to do this. I'm sure someone will tell me. Just move that. There we go. A little bit of manipulation. Couple of stitches. And side. Out. What you don't want is those pins creating like a stress on the cork, because if they do that, then they're going to tear the cork. All right, because it's not paper as such, but it's got a canvas sort of back, but it would still tear, and you don't want to tear it. And it's pretty tough, but you know, if you go put holes in it, you don't want to tear it. I made a bag for a swag, rounder ends. Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Yeah, it might be the case next time if I ever make another one, is to do rounder ends so that it doesn't that pin, just making sure it's out of the way, so it's not so difficult. Now this is that thick end again, so I'm just gonna go steady in that end, just nice and steady. Nice. Take that one out. And go to the end. I'm sure that the more you make of these, I just whistled when I spoke then, the better you'll get. I don't make enough to be, you know, super perfect at them. I'm not a Jennifer. Jennifer makes them all the time, and she would have this done in a New York second. I am 100% sure. And probably make it look a lot easier than I am. Okay. It should be, the lining should be a little bit easier. It's not as stiff. So what we want to do is get that up to there, and Me, yeah. Get as close as I can. And like I say, oops, that was the lifting foot thing, reverse thing. Most of my stuff that I do is more arty crafty stuff. So, and look, you know what? I just think if it's done, it's done. That's good. All right, so that's that one. That's those. Now we can do this. So, where did I put my two ends over here? No, yes, no, did I not? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Alrighty, so we do the same thing here. Take those little pins out. Oh, what's going on with the mouse? Alright. So I might have a bit of a gap. That's all right. I'm good with that. Let's do the bottom end. Stay. Alright, bottom end, right sides together. Where's that seam? There it is. That's it there. And right about there. And around about there. And do the other side like that. Right sides together. Which way did I do that seam? The other way. As long as you remember half-inch seam and to leave that half-inch at front and back, you should be pretty good, you know. Like the front and back of each corner. That's the main thing. If you don't, then you'll never get it in. Like, it'll just be awful. You'll have to unpick it. It'll drive you balmy. That one there. Candy's knocking on the door. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just... Okay, down we go. Sit. I'm going to start on the bottom. I might line that top one up and just pin either side. I'm pretty much going to go over the side. So there and there. And do that to the other end. So those. I'm going to centre that up there with the zipper sort of thing, but just pin either side of it because you're just going to go past it. You just don't want to catch that there. So I'm going to start here and yeah, do. Alright. Let's start here. Right on that little bit there. Maybe I might fold it that way. Fold that down. No, can't do that because it's going to pull. Very stiff. Alright. I'll need to do it the other way. Alrighty. Wait, pin, the other way. I need to get it to me 1/4 inch. It's sort of going to be a bit of a jerk, but anyway, we'll soon find out. It's my 1/2 inch, I should say. My new bag is not wide enough for what I made it for. Oh, bugger. Jimmy, bugger. With the lining, you probably don't need to be as, you know, specific or pretty. Is it like a duffel, like I'm doing here? Can you put a side gusset? Yeah, that's true. That's an option too. That's an option. Yeah, May's got a good idea. Side gusset might do it, mate. To make it wider. It's okay. I will use my very first bag for what I wanted. Oh, what a shame. Yeah, the side gusset might do it though. Might solve the problem. No, it's a standard tote. Oh, okay. Tote style. So is it not wide enough, or? Yeah. Tall enough, or what is it that's not right about it? Can you put another bottom onto it and, I don't know, just sort of tweak it a little? That won't work. I will just swap them over. Oh, what a shame. Alright, I'm getting there. Sorry, I know the bag's in the way. I can't do much about it because the bleeding things needs to be there for me to do what I've got to do. Alright, let's try and get this bit. Eh? This could be the testy one. Not wide enough. Ah, well, I reckon if you make another half of a bag and cut it and just join it with a rough raw edge, you might actually get what you want. Yeah, yeah. I just need to stitch that down to there. I'll get it as close as I can without stitching in that top fabric. Maybe undo the side seams and add another piece. Yeah, that's sort of what I'm thinking. And I think I've got a little bit of a hole there. I need to close up. Just got to try and keep that zipper bit out of the way. It's a bit bloody hard, isn't it? That's why they made it out of cotton. Alright. I squared the bottom. Ah, okay. You can still do it even with a squared bottom. Cut it in half, add a great big gusset through the center of it, and join the two halves, like just join it back together. Do you know what I mean? All right, I'm just trying to get this really close. Oh, won't do anything. Alright, that's as close as I'm getting. Now the other side. One more to go. Oh my godfather. Alrighty. Okay. Oh, that's true. Craft alive, yes, you could. Absolutely. And I would still, that didn't work. I would still add in a thing, just add in a, you could put another lining in, you wouldn't even know. Do you know what I mean? No, definitely not. Never have too many fabric bags. It could always be a gift for someone, and then you just make yourself a newie. One that's, what is the adjustment size of the side panels, please? Okay, so I cut an 8-inch square, and then I cut 1 inch off each side. I'm going to show you actually what I did so you sort of understand, but you know, I didn't take it off straight. I did it on an angle to the other end, so it sort of makes like a funny little triangle. Yeah, I reckon you could wing it, Jimmy. I reckon you're clever enough. Were the sides too small? In the actual pattern that I got, yeah, they were. They sort of didn't allow for, they didn't allow for it properly. It sort of was a bit weird, and I'm like, why? Because you've got to make it a into like a triangle-y looking thing, and the way they did it, it sort of made it 2 inches too small. I went, that's not right. After I sort of started sewing it, I went, hang on a second, that's not right. So I sort of took a break and went and nutted it out a little bit, and yeah, it needs to be 8 or whatever. What is the brown material, please? Oh, Maz, this is the backing of a cork. The back side of it, the inside. I'm just going to try and sew that little bit down there as close as I can. Sorry, get that down. Put the foot on it. Okay, it's about as good as I'm going to get. I'm no perfectionist, that is by any means. Alright, you got your opening now. Alright, let me just move this camera back a bit. There we go. I probably should have made that a little bit bigger, but anyway. Knowing me and my hand, I'm going to put my scissors. And black on black, I won't be able to see a bleeding thing. Probably left 3 inches instead of 4. I'll see if I can do it. Alright. Yeah. We're gonna give birth. Doo-doo-doo. We're birthing. Oh, crap. You're a very clever man, Jimmy. So clever. Blows my mind sometimes. Just think, man. So this hurts my hand. Alright, come on. Out you come. Come on. Come on. Out you go. Come on. Oh, for God's sake. Where's that thing there? Is that the seam? Well, all stuff ups, and we all have stuff up, and I put down to stuffing. I do all the time. Actually, I'll go back because it's not going to come out without a fight. Hang on. My hands just won't do it, guys. Sorry. I just need that little bit extra room because I can't get my hands in there. And it's too much tendon damage these days. Give me another inch or so. Thanks. Okay, this will be easier. Plus, it's quite thick. So, I did take those pins out before, didn't I? When you have that epiphany that you think, oh, did I take the pins out? Oh my God, Bubba, did I? Yes, I did. You need grandkids' hands. Yeah. Yep. Alright, then open that. And pull that out. There we go. Alright, so I've still got the hole there, so I can stick my hand in there and a little bit of shoving and pushing. Push out my corners. Don't use anything sharp with these, it'll go through. Just FYI. Oh, straps in the way. Oh, not too bad for a beginner. I always end up with one corner that looks a little bit dicky. Yeah, he underestimates himself. That one's a little bit dicky. There's my corner. I always have a dicky corner. Don't know why, but I do. Alright, so definitely don't iron your cork. It will be fine without ironing. You could, if you wanted to, you could run a stitch all the way around those seams and that would sort of make it stand up more, but to be honest, I don't think you need to. I'm just pulling that out there. That's all from the cork. And I've got that opening. Just stitch it down, unless you're selling it, and then you might want to hand stitch it. But being black on black, no one is going to see that. So I'm just going to stitch that down. Just make sure you catch both sides. Did I get all the way? Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that little bit that I tore. Right. Go up in, go up there. Alright, let's shove that baby back in there. Okay, let's see if we can move the camera back a little bit more and face it upwards. Sorry about my hand. Alrighty, that's better. Second time, so much better. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, I'm happy with that. The other one, you could even put pockets on the side. That'd be pretty cool. I've got two little doodahs, one with a little thingy-majig and the one that I can just hold. That looks awesome. Me likey. And no wadding in there. And I've got my zipper inside pocket. Look at that. I'm so much happier with this one. This one I like. This would be a really nice toiletry bag. This is a good size for a toiletry bag. And being cork, it would copper, like it would take the beading. How cool is that? I'm happy. And I've even done fancy little wings there. Like, it just looks nice. It's lovely, isn't it? That'd be a nice little, I mean, it's had a bit of a shove around, but that'd be a really nice little gift too. So, and even with me not being able to get through that really, really thick part, which was this end, it has not affected it at all. It's all just stitched in there, so that's not been an issue. It looks awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you for being patient with me and fighting with it. I will just quickly show you what I did. I'm so happy with that. I'm happy. So you need it did turn out beautifully, didn't it? I'm happy about it. I could even put one of my Michelle's patchwork thingies on the side of there. You know, those little thingies. Now I've sewn it up. I can't, but I could do it. Yeah, I could do it. Yeah, so the thingy, hang on, I'll get some fabric. Hang on. And this. So those sides, right, I'll just pop that there. Oh my God, I thought they were cigarette butts. I thought, what the hell? So those side bits, hang on, let me just get this up. Come on, ruler, work with me. Oh, love that, looks fabulous. Yeah, thank you. All right, so 8 inches. So cut an 8-inch square. So 8. So cut 8, which is that one, by 6, sorry, 8 by 6, my bad, 8 by 6, yep, 8 by 6, so you got this long piece, right, so it's that. Then, line it up with one actual line. Can you guys see what I'm doing? Yeah? I'll just change that. The two-toned effect is just lovely. It does look good, doesn't it? I like that. So I'm just going to move, see if I can move that down a little so you can see what I'm doing. Yeah. All right, so you've got an 8 by 6, 8 by 6. So have it that way up, so the short side to you and a long side at the side. And the two-tone, yeah, okay. And then from this corner, obviously yours is going to be beautifully straight. From that corner, come in an inch and literally do that and take that off. Okay? Then turn it around and come from an inch to that corner. Just like that. And then you get your piece. Like that. Okay? So that's how I did the corners. So 8 by 6. So if you got, because if you do, you got 6 and 6 and 8 and 8. So 2 8s are 16. Two 6s are 12. So that's 16 and 12. So that's 28. 26, sorry. What did I say? 16 and 12? Yeah, no, 28. It needs to be 24 all the way around because you've got 12. So then you're taking an inch off there and an inch off this side. So that'll make it 24. Yeah? Yeah, exactly. I mean, you could even round it and just, yeah, you could leave it square and just round it, whatever you like. It wouldn't make any difference. It's entirely up to you. I mean, you can have, and if you want it taller, like, or wider, just make sure you cut these ones wider. So is the height, so 8 is the height of the bag. Yeah. Oh, well, a little bit less because you lose your seams. You lose it's about 7 inches high. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Perfect. Yep, 7 inches high. Bugger, cut mine the other way. Oh, did you cut it sideways? Oh, look, it'll still work. It just means it'll be shorter and wider. That's all, which is what I did with mine. Heather, that's what I did with mine. The other one that I did the other day. So I like this version better. That's why I wanted to do it again, because I wanted you to see it done a little bit nicer. Does that make sense? So yeah, coolies. And you, I mean, you could put pockets in there, because all you'd have to do is sew that into the handle. So easy, you know, have that doubled over like that and sew it into the handle, and then you've got a pocket on the front or on the sides. Put it into the sides. You can have pockets everywhere, man. But yeah, happiness, lookies. And I've got a zipper pocket. Yeah, me happy. So, and I don't mind the white zipper either. That's not too bad, hey? Because of the white dots, I suppose. Alrighty. That made me happy. Getting a better result. I'm very happy with that. How many cork rolls were used? Well, because I did the sides, I just did 2 cork rolls, but to get the sides, I actually had to join some pieces together. So that's why it's got a seam, but really you don't even notice it. You really don't notice it. And, you know, if it's an issue, just use a fabric or half-half. So half fabric, or put a pocket on there. But you can waterproof these if you want to, and use the eau de coat that you guys have, or spray, or whatever you want to use. But I don't know what spray it is. I don't know why I'm talking sprays. But yeah, not bad, considering I had a few little, oh my god, don't forget this. I nearly forgot that. Can you imagine trying to put the handles on now? That'd be near impossible. Add piping or pockets and make it a feature. Yeah, exactly, you could. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. It would look really cool. So, I mean, you can put piping all the way around there. It might make it a little bit more difficult. You could actually bind if you wanted to. You could go and do a binding all the way around that if you wanted to be really fancy. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That's pretty cool. That's not a bad day's work. And it really probably took, what, 2 hours. And I had everything cut pretty much. Except I had to cut those 2 sides. So, yeah. Yeah. Me happy. And much happier having these little bits in there. I like that. Much better than having it going right up to the end. And I like having these little doodahs there. So what cork and faux leather is left? How big can you make it? Also, what have you used for... there's no stiffening because the cork is quite stiff. The other one I use like a Palin. And you can make it as big as you want. Double everything if you want to. And you can make it as big and as long as you want to make it. I mean, it doesn't have to be just that wide. You can make it, you know, twice that length, but still the same width. You know, it just depends on what you're using it for, I suppose. I have some of the plain ones there. Clear. Hang on. Oh. Not a huge amount, love. Not a huge amount. I've got. You're gonna need 2 of. So I've got this one. This one here was 92, number 92. Could you even quilt? Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. You could use, you know, that gold stuff that I did. You could make your own. Yeah. Why not? You could have that halfway, or the top part of it is quilted, or the bottom part of it is quilted. You can put little feet in it too, so it's not sitting on the ground. This one's number 82. It's like a sort of like a grey sort of colour with a silver fleck. I've got 3 of those. These are 16. Thing. That's the one I just used, which is number 92. So that's the one. I've got plenty of those. Number 100. I've got plenty of those ones, which is another type. If you had two bits of, what's the name, two different colours, you could actually do a plain one on the bottom and a pattern one on the top or whatever too. That's another option. Got plenty of this one, and this is number 104. It's very hard to see because it's all in plastic, but sort of like streaky. That one's not bad. I like that one. And remember how did I do that one before? I have, what's this one and this one? Two of these left. So they're sort of blotchy sort of thing. They're pretty cool. That's number 1019. That's all I've got of those. I've got the pinky sort of peachy one. That would look nice too as a bag, because, but it'd be for female, more female. Number 105, which is a little bit plainer too. Number 105, I've got plenty of those. And then I've got this one, which just sort of looks like brickwork almost. Sort of. And this one's number 91. Almost. Brickwork. Almost. And I've got a super heap of these ones. Number 101. Oh, a massive amount of those ones. Yeah. And that's, it's sort of like a variegated sort of, like it's got a streak through it. Yeah. And then I've got, what's this number? Oh, that's number 106. I've got 3 of number 106, which is tiny, tiny little detail. Oh, yeah, and that's all of those that I've got left. That's it. That's all of them. Sold a massive amount of them. But yeah. I like that. I'm happy with that. And then no snakeskin looking. No, they all went very quickly. I do have faux leather. Hang on. And this is the soft stuff. There's only about 55 centimeters of that one, and that's like a creamy one, like a beige color. And this is 18 a meter, so. And then there's 2.5 meters of the hazelnut. It's a leather look. And then I've got the basket weave look in the brown, and I've got 1 meter of that. Time notification is 5:40. Okay. Thank you, Lorraine. All right, give me 10 minutes or so. Send me a text if you want any of those, and I've got tomorrow night sales, so I can even do that tomorrow night. That's fine. Pop it in your order. But yeah, thank you for that, Lorraine. So I know we've got another live demo. I have a question on the pants pad. Sure. Read that again. What's it say? Time notification is 5:40. Read that again. Those snakeskin looking. I have a. Hey, can I get 2 rolls of cork? Any will do. So how much in meterage do I need? Oh God, you wouldn't need any more than 1 meter. How much in meterage? Read that again. I missed it. What did I miss? The brown faux leather is definitely what I'm after, please. Yep. So the hazelnut, that one, or the basket weave short 450. Yeah, not 540. Oh, okay. Did I say 540? Oh, sorry. Oh God, 450. Yeah, a bit dyslexic today. 2 rolls of cork, sure. Buy a meter of that brown faux leather. Yes, please, sure. Julie, I'll pop these 2 in for you, and I'll pop that aside. And when I give it a shake after putting it on, the whole stencil disappears. Okay, so when you actually give it a shake, don't like flick it, like just a little shake. I do need a break. Yep. Also, you might not be pushing down hard enough, Rose, when you do the swipe. When you do the swipe, you've got to push down fairly hard. I do need a break, Jeff, okay. So fairly hard, and that'll make it stay there. 1 of each of the hazelnut and brown basket weave. The faux leather's 18 a metre, Jones. Jimmy, cork that you had 3 left of. Buy 2, please. Oh, this one, number 92. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Yeah, I reckon it's number 10. Ooh, cool. Yeah. Left off 10. Can I get a metre of basket faux leather, please? Sure. I'll have to write these down, unless someone else wants to write them down and send me a text message, because I've got my hands full of fabric and stuff. And I need 2 for 1 is your hazelnut and brown leather. And then 2 for what I'm using. Alright, so I was being gentle. Oh, and the stencil came out well, but poof disappeared. We'll try again first timer. That's okay. Just push when you do the swipe, just push hard down. Oh, are you? You're taking bobbin lace. Awesome. Yeah, push it down so it sort of goes into the grain or the weave of the fabric, yeah. And then when you give it a flick, it shouldn't all disappear. That's just a little bit of practice. I'll try and get those messages, and we will see you guys soon. Thanks, Rose. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I will try and get those messages for the orders, and unless someone else has written them down for me, which would be super duper awesome. But anyway, catch you guys soon. Thank you for joining me and putting up with me and my little endeavor with this bag. Yeah. Okay. Cheers, guys. I'll be about 10 minutes late. Bye.